slide whistle stuck under a chromosome while the other chromosome watches.
Oh, fuck. Oh. You gotta laugh, Mike. You gotta laugh. Because things are real bad right now.
Dynamic Banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic Banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic Banter. Don't forget the history road on Dynamic Banter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 200th episode of Dynamic Banter.
Please see your way out.
And please tip your waiter.
And please wash your hands and your eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 200th episode of Dynamic Banter, and what a treat today we have for you. We're going to have all sorts of surprises and fun and games, and we're going to have a great time together and stay all day in the sun.
All right, everyone.
Thanks
Time to
for
finish
coming.
your dinner and wash your ass out because it's the 200th episode of Dynamic Banter.
Why don't you wash your ass, because it's the 200th episode of Dynamic Banter. Have a seat, will you? It's going to be great. We're going to have laughs. We're going to have sounds.
No.
We're going to have horns. We're going to have a delta zine. We're going to come. And
Stay tuned. We're going to come.
guys, we're going to have a new segment where we're all going to come. I hate that
Listen to
so
whoever you're-
much.
I actually kind of love it, no matter. Welcome back to everyone's.
No offense,
Banter.
but I don't want to be a part of that with you.
All right, whatever. I'll break off. I'll do my own thing.
The spin-off of Dynamic Banter. It's just called Come.
Let's go. Everybody come tonight at the pit. Everybody come.
So guys, it's the 200th episode and we're in quarantine still, and it fucking sucks, and
Yeah.
we hate it, and the setup sucks, and we have yet another series of electronic and audio issues getting this episode up and running, but I think what we were going for is working. Mike is on a better mic, but he's still online.
American Online. I've got 50 discs with 100,000 hours each piled up to my immediate right, just off camera, and I'm going to keep slipping them in.
Mike, will
I
you
have one floppy disk and 75 compact.
never look into the camera, Diaz.
You know the number one rule of TV is to never look into Cameron Diaz.
Do you believe in the power of a curse?
You know what bums me out about that line specifically?
What is it?
Everyone's doing now, not everyone, but like our audience is like, this is my favorite episode of the podcast, when they were like, do you believe in the power of a curse? And that has nothing with either of them.
make
So
that,
it's
do
like
you
their
believe-
favorite part of our podcast.
Make that "Do you believe in the power of a curse" shirt. We can't wait for that one. It's like,
Yeah.
no, we won't.
No, can't make that.
We're not gonna
that one
make
shirt
that.
where you were guys like, Hulkamania is running wild. Do that.
Remember your favorite episode of the podcast when we played someone else's art and you guys loved it?
Remember when Steve said, Luke, I am not your father? Make that shirt.
Mike, no one ever said, Luke, I am not your father.
Yeah, that guy who wasn't Luke's dad.
All right. Listen. Welcome to the 200th episode. We've got some fun stuff planned. We did a tweet where we asked you guys to send us questions, and we were going to do like a question and answer session. And
Yeah,
hopefully,
to my knowledge, we've never done.
no, we've never done that. The closest we've gotten to that was when we do like a live dynamic banter.
Right.
And that's but we've never done it like this for sure. Not like this.
This is a worse version, and we've never done a worse version. Dude, that's the longest slide whistle. It takes a full hour to play that.
I want to have the world's longest slide whistle. It takes 50 people to play it because these guys.
Hey, I think there's a pill you could take. Remember when Mike said, "I think there's a pill you"?
I think there's a category on Pornhub I need you to check out.
It's called "Your Stepsister Blows the Longest Slide Whistle."
Man with slide whistle dick. Taken by surprise by stepsister.
Dumb white girl gets slide whistle blown for an hour and a half. Slide whistle blown by dumb white bench.
TikTok thought slide whistle compilation. And she just mimed a slide whistle while doing like a sexy dance.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's what.
Just a loop.
Oh, that's very
that's
funny.
in the gift section.
Fuck, that's so stupid and funny.
Now imagine if she was your stepsister.
Well, now I'm horny. But anyway,
shit.
guys.
Why do people want to fuck their stepsisters so much?
I don't know. It's so weird. I think there's that whole like, ooh, it's forbidden. I'm not supposed to do it. Whole thing.
But why is it forbidden? Like, if you having sex with your stepsister is just as likely as your parents having sex with each other.
Yeah.
Your non-biological parents. There's really nothing that separates you guys. But because the title of sister or brother was put on it, it's not supposed to happen.
Right.
Like your chromosomes ain't the same.
That's hot when your chromosomes are the same.
It slaps different when your chromosomes are the same.
Yeah, it just hits different. Fuck, that's funny.
Both of your chromosomes double team a slide whistle.
Barely
Sent in by
legal
Marjorie.
chromosomes.
You say barely legal chromosomes.
Yeah. Barely legal chromosomes. Just 18.
Oh no.
So
I don't
anyway,
like it. Czechoslovakian chromosome plays slide whistle.
check chromosome gets into van.
Holy shit. 2 chromosomes cast a slide whistle in Czechoslovakia.
Slide whistle catches 2 chromosomes in her own bed.
Slide whistle stuck under a chromosome while the other chromosome watches.
Oh, fuck. Oh. You gotta laugh, Mike. You gotta laugh. Because things are real bad right now. So, yeah, we're going to talk about all sorts of dumb shit. And then I thought it would be fun, Mike. I don't know if you have any secrets planned. Do you have any secrets planned?
Yeah, I didn't tell people I was going to use this microphone.
Damn.
I'm sorry to blow that so close to the top.
Dude, that's a big deal. What about this microphone?
I can't hear anymore.
Go away.
I like
So
that thing, man. That's a great thing.
it's really fun. It's a fun thing. I like to have fun with that thing. I like anything that makes loud sounds.
I've noticed. Let's cut
So-
to a clip.
So speaking of, I thought it would be fun, Mike, if we used the bit glossary, the Dynamic Banter bit glossary that was created by James. It looks like someone named James.
Hasn't he like written into the show?
And then formatted for the wiki by Owl by Night. And Owl by Night's a good boy.
Jesse Stillwell.
Yeah. Is that Jesse Stillwell? It is
Yes.
Jesse Stillwell. You're right. He's a good boy.
Long time. We appreciate both those boys
Yeah.
so much for their love and dedication to the show. To be able to do a stupid thing with your friend where you just literally come up with the dumbest things you could possibly come up with, and then have people organize it in such a way, and it takes time. Very thankful for that.
So
thank you very
thankful.
much for that.
It's really crazy to think about that we've been doing this for so long, and we're already doing our 200th episode. It's crazy. We've done 200 of these, Mike.
We've been thinking about that.
That's what we've been thinking about this whole time. So I thought it would be fun, Mike, to use the bit glossary and just do a little history road of our own up top here.
This is our history road.
Yeah, and we'll play a little bit of the first ever episode of Dynamic Banter, and we can hear it and comment over it and do almost like a little director's commentary.
Okay.
Does
This
that
is our
sound...
first recorded bit.
Yeah, well, no, this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to play just the very beginning of the episode. We can listen to how it like used to sound, and then we'll let it play a little bit and just listen to ourselves for a bit and just kind of reminisce and laugh about it and talk about it. But I don't know about you, Mike, but I've only heard this episode once, I guess. Well, twice because we recorded it, but I don't remember it at all. Do you?
I listened to the first episode 25,000 times.
Oh, so you're the one.
No, I don't remember. And I was trying to go back through and find Cloverfield's episodes, because there was this one. I don't want to get too far ahead, but I saw this one comment that was like, what's the hardest Steve ever made you laugh? And then vice versa for you.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this one bit that I showed my dad back in the day. I still remember exactly what it was, but I don't remember which episode it was in. And I think it was the first time we ever laughed real hard during a Cloverfield's episode, where we started going a little bit crazy and not talking about the movie at all until like the last 5 minutes or whatever it was. And it was about dying. And that's pretty much all I remember. And I remember I was like, Dad, you got to listen. If you listen to nothing else, listen to this one part. Me and Steve laughed so hard. And so I'd be curious to see whether that was a Cloverfield's one or a DB.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, yeah, I was just going to play. So I was going to play a little bit of this. And then, man, I wish you could remember what that was. Maybe we'll just bump into it.
I was trying to find it. I couldn't.
But I was thinking we could go just kind of like, we'll do a little bit of the first episode, and then we'll like go to the bits that are in the bit glossary, and then we'll just kind of do that for a couple episodes or whatever, and then we'll just kind of get out of that. So anyway, without further ado, Mike, and seriously, when was the last time you listened to the first ever episode of Dynamic Banter?
Don't remember.
Yeah, so I don't remember either, so this is going to be kind of interesting. So anyway, what the fuck was that?
That's my phone.
Fuck! 200th episode!
Has my phone ever gone off on this fucking show?
All right, anyway.
Falling apart.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever episode of Dynamic Banter.
In its entirety.
This is a headgum podcast.
Different song.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I love that we started off laughing.
You screaming and the first word we say as a show.
And
Adding on to a sentence that hasn't happened yet.
we started off the show with half of a conversation.
Yeah.
But I love that we're laughing, dude. That's such a in the spirit of the show. We're laughing.
Yeah, that's one of the things when we were listing off what's been with us since the first episode, and we forgot laughing.
Yeah, we forgot to mention laughing. Anyway, let's keep going with this. Welcome, one and all, boy and girl,
Both of you.
child, underage boy. Welcome to the Dynamic Banter podcast.
Two chromosomes.
You're here.
Episode 1.
We're here together.
Guys, this is history. It doesn't mean that it's going to be good history or notable history or memorable history. But literally anything you do is history. This morning when you went to the toilet, you made history.
You did. You did.
You totally made history.
You know what you can't make?
The air conditioning turn on?
Well, that's obviously not the case.
We're professionals.
Because somebody made that happen.
Owen's on it.
Owen
Oh,
fixes
Owen. Guys, if this is the first time you're listening to this podcast, so rest it in is for peace us. to Owen. I can't believe he died so suddenly. Too. We're hearing it as it's coming out of our mouths. This podcast, for a lack of a better definition, is about to get off the hook.
Sure.
It's really just a podcast about us kind of just talking. We love each other talking. We love it so much. We love when we talk.
You know what we have in common right now?
Tell it.
We're both going to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, at some point, I am definitely going to be listening to this podcast. And that's untrue. I didn't listen to it.
I was right.
Well, holy shit. You're right, because now we're listening to it.
Fucking genius.
All
The
right.
Rock. This.
I'm going to go to the first bit from the bit glossary, and it's called Recording in Bars.
I like the first thing that we talk about is history.
Yeah.
And the only reoccurring segment since show number 1 is History Road.
And, Mike, the name of episode 1 is History Road.
This episode 200 should be called The Other History Road.
That's a great idea. I love it. Let me write it down in the thread. The
Ryan?
Other History Road.
Is Ryan at your house?
All right, here's the first bit in the Dynamic Banter bit glossary. It's called Recording in Bars. Here it
You
is.
think Ryan's
gonna use-
awake right now?
The first episode.
Of this podcast to pitch another show. Yeah, because what the fuck is this podcast, Mike? It's literally nothing.
We want to do a podcast. I don't want to do this. You're trying to trick me into doing
Oh,
it.
I know, but the problem is I'm already recording and have been for 153 bars.
Is that how you measure conversation?
I
We've
forgot
been
to
talking
set
for
it.
about 8 bars.
I just said it. I forgot to set it to time, so it's on music.
Does that mean we can syncopate this podcast?
Yeah, baby. It's at 120 BPM for those of you that want to put a fat beat down.
We've been talking about a Tarantella's pace.
There's no way. We're not in any pace right now. We're at our own pace.
Oh,
Fine. I don't have to talk about the new show I'm doing. We don't have to talk about that.
I would love to talk about it.
Nah,
I'm proud
no.
of you.
I don't have much to say because. All right. So that was that bit. The next one is called Aerosmith is late for a show.
I vaguely remember this. Do you remember this?
No. Let me get to the time.
Talking
code.
about that roller coaster
Oh shit! Is that what it
at
is?
Universal Studios. I
Oh
think?
my god! No, that's Disney World. Hang on, I'm trying to get to it. It's at 50:30.
Talking at a Tarantella's pace is pretty good. I don't mean to suck my own. I don't
No,
mean
that's
to.
so good.
Pretty good dynamic so far.
Maybe they should have a podcast. Shit. Okay.
We should just play this full episode every 200 episodes. We play the first one again.
Well, yeah. We should just replay whatever the 200th episode is.
I like that. It's really not that much different.
No, it's not. It's not. You're right.
I miss being in the same room with you for sure. When we were in your kitchen. Is it sucking our own dicks too much to talk about the podcast?
No, it's the 200th episode. It's a celebration.
When we were in your kitchen, that was my favorite because that felt like that was like closed off from everything else. It had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it was like literally out of a kitchen. in an apartment. And yeah, those were the days because you also lived closer. Even though you don't live too far, but you used to live really close.
I lived double what I lived at that time.
Right. But we lived so close to each other that you could hear me play horn sounds off of my balcony.
What was it? Vuvuzela?
It was a Vuvuzela, yeah. Which we still need to test out the Vuvuzela and see if you can still hear it.
Yeah, see if it cures COVID-19.
Anyway, so yeah, man, those were really good days. Those were really, really fun times because it was just like us like hanging out. And it's still us hanging out. It's just that it's, we've been doing it for longer now and we changed the scenery a little bit for here and there. And it just is a different show, but it's really not that different listening to the first.
There's elements of same.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, let's listen to this Aerosmith bit really quick. Lil Disney Town.
So it would be Disney World and Lil Disney Town. That would be acceptable. Fievel's Lil Disney Town.
A Mouse's Town?
That's what it feels like.
Mouse Town?
Mouse Town.
When have you been the last time to Disneyland?
I've never been to Disneyland.
You've never been to Disneyland?
No, 0 times.
Then you can't.
I have nothing against. I'm just trying to make our podcast interesting.
I
have
get
nothing
it.
Against Disneyland.
Let's go to Disneyland.
A lot of people say it's small.
It is small if you are only used to Disney World, but there's like fucking a lot of shit there. There's like fucking at least 30 ride.
Disney World, they have a roller coaster inspired by and themed after Aerosmith, and that's awesome.
Are you talking about the rock and roller coaster?
I am.
Now I've never been on the ride, but I've been through the queue,
the line,
and there was a part of it where you like you look into like a fucking recording booth.
Yeah.
And there's like a real like recording booth with nobody in it.
Yeah.
And then they like turn on a switch and then suddenly like holograms of Aerosmith come in.
That's the one.
And they're like, "Hey man, you got to get to the show."
We forgot.
Oh shit. Here's your backstage passes. And I'm like, this is a Disney ride?
This is a
There's
themed?
nothing magical about Aerosmith asking you to get to the show.
Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah, there's
You
nothing
turn
magical.
on
I'll
a
say it again.
switch And oops, holograms
Of Aerosmith.
of Aerosmith,
Show
who
up.
is a great band. But don't just say "Dear Aerosmith." Like
I
they're
like
not a fucking
Aerosmith.
awesome
No,
rock
I
band.
love them, but they're no like Queen or like
Would you
the
want
Beatles.
Okay, I can't.
Like I want like a Beatles ride at Disneyland.
Who wouldn't love a Beatles ride?
I would love a Beatles ride.
You would-
Imagine, picture this. You get into the Yellow Submarine.
Oh, my least favorite of the Beatles times.
You go down in the ocean.
You're looking out a glass onion.
Wait a minute, what's that? An octopus's garden.
Oh God.
Is
hate
that Yellow
this ride.
Submarine the ride?
This ride sucks. Let me off this fucking ride.
Chelsea said. All right. Okay, so I guess those were our first couple of bits.
Subpar bit.
Subpar bits. So episode 2 was called Bowling, and Mike, I'll just go down the line here, and if there's also my fucking QuickTime player just fucking crashed.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Which means Ryan's gonna be using the little squatty Steve for a lot of this.
Squatty up.
Squad goals. Squat goals.
Squat goals. Dude, how many fucking
Rolling
fitness Instagrams are called squat goals.
Too many.
Right?
Okay, hold on. So it didn't crash, and I've got it, but it's saving it now.
Nice.
So
I'm
now
saving
now it's not recording this.
Why
So
don't you
now
save
he's
it?
using the Squatty Steve. So okay, so I'm gonna
Okay.
read some bits here, and then Mike, you let me know. So there's like the best bits are like highlighted in bold.
Okay.
So do you want to maybe just do those?
Yeah. Unless you remember something being really funny.
Yes.
I don't remember anything really. Yeah.
Hang on, I've got that's the ticket there, buddy. I just got like my fucking laptop disk is full. Shit. So now I gotta like delete stuff. Ugh.
Delete all your MP3s.
I can't delete all these MP3s.
Delete the Lit album. Control Alt Delete.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I can get rid of a lot of this stuff, and then we'll be
Get rid of all your bootleg movies.
I gotta get rid of all of these .jpegs of Pamela Anderson.
Delete Real Player. No one uses it no more.
All right, hold on.
Delete Martin Short's Clifford on Black Market.
Dude, do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I just brought it up.
Yeah, but do you remember it?
Yes, very well.
Wow, you watch such a weird spattering of movies in your life, Mike.
Yeah, it just I'm sure if I listed off every movie that I know, there would be like a scatter plot graph.
Yeah,
and it would just stop at like 2001. And then there would be a gap until like whatever last year was.
Have we talked about Biodome?
No, but I've only seen that once. I've seen Son-in-Law 78 times.
Yeah, see, Biodome was my son-in-law, so I saw Biodome so many times.
Nice. Did you get to meet Paulie when we went to his thing?
Yeah, I did. He was really nice.
He's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. All right, I'm back to recording now. I'm going to slap it again. All right. My video's back. No more Squatty Steve. All right, so let's get back to these bits here, and let's go to episode 3 called Screaming Lady.
From across the street? That lady?
Yeah. And the bit is called Crazy Lady.
Problematic.
Do you do you remember this, Mike?
I remember living it. I don't remember the specific bit, but I do.
I don't remember the specific bit either. But we're about to jump in if you don't mind. Mike, do you mind?
I was waiting.
200th episode.
I always thought it would be like this.
This is the 200th episode. Do you think there'd be so much silence in that one?
Happy 200. Let's get into these questions.
Happy 200. Let's get into the show now.
That's history. This has been.
All right, sorry. It's just taking me a second, but here it is.
I thought you decided not to play it. That's how long.
How
it's
that
been.
woman lives here.
Maybe she's very
baffled.
nice. I don't
No,
know, man.
no,
I'm trying to give the other side.
Definitely not
So
nice.
it doesn't seem like we're doing a bad thing.
She screams at everybody.
Yeah,
she
she
screams
she
at
does.
traffic.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
She screams at people. She's an unpleasant person. I'm just going to say it.
I mean, maybe she has a situation going on.
Oh, there's definitely a situation going on.
But she...
All right. I remember that bit.
Yeah, it doesn't go under its original name. Steve's an insensitive piece of shit.
Okay, so in episode 8, The Small Gentleman.
Steve, not be nice. Uh-huh.
In episode 8 called The Small Gentleman, There's a bit called The Boy Gentleman's Ghost Door.
What is that?
And I don't know what that is.
Do you believe
So
in the
let's
power
find out
of
what
a
that bit
curse?
is. It's at 5 minutes and 25 seconds. So
Dude, if you've never gone back to the beginning, that's all we're doing for you right now.
what's that? Oh,
If you've never gone back and started this show from the very beginning, that's what we're doing for you right now.
yeah. We're just doing it for you, so you can tell how great this show is. All right, here we go. Build places for them to go in her home.
Oh,
Places for them to hang out.
Okay,
And so that's it. That's the story.
that's great.
And I've been there.
And what's it like?
It's scary.
Is it tough to move?
What is this? Well, the thing about
Winchester Mystery
thing about
House.
it is they can't. You're not really allowed to like wander around because it's like it was a real house.
Yeah.
Now it's just this kind of like tourist trap, or dare I say, landmark? Is it a landmark?
I think so.
You know what?
There's a song about it.
I'm gonna pull it up.
You're very excited about it.
Winchester House. Here we go. I'm gonna pull up a little Wikipedia about
Just
it.
you reading the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. So it is a real house, so that you can't just like go knocking on doors. You can't go walking up doorways.
Can't go knocking on doors.
Can't go knocking on doors.
Won't be waiting for you.
There's a ghost behind there.
So you can't. Somebody lives there. You can't.
Well,
just go
I don't
in.
think somebody lives there, but I think it's like a
It's at least a little museum.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a little tourist trap.
Sure.
And now, though, I might be wrong about this, but I've heard recently they've opened it up for you to like stay there,
Oh no way!
like a hotel. Yeah.
My goodness.
When I went, I actually went with Owen. Owen and I went.
Remind me.
He's the one that is here every day.
Go on. You can't go from to a sip. That's too much. That's much too
But
much.
I wanted a sip,
I get it.
and I didn't want to wait.
Do whatever you want.
I wanted it. I wanted that sip, and it was so close. When I went to the Winchester Mystery House, it was like Halloween. It was like around Halloween, and they do this thing where they like turn off all the lights in the house, and they give everyone flashlights, and it's like a flashlight tour.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was really creepy and cool. But I highly enjoyed it, and now I know so many people that have never been there, and
Yeah.
we live very close to it.
Wait a minute. Where is that?
It's in San Jose.
Oh, I thought it was in fucking. Not here. I thought it was in England.
No, it's here in San Jose.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me want to go because I like that band so much.
I'm
bored. Do the next one.
Yeah, when is this bit good?
Maybe it was just maybe some of the bits are brief.
Yeah, maybe. Or this blip.
There's no outs. That's
This-
the problem. There's ins, and then there's not like it. They stop being fun. Dude, they were too nice when they were doing the time codes. They were like, this is when they stop being funny. 5 minutes and 46 seconds is when it stops.
Episode 9 is called I Thought We Had Done the Weirdest One. And the bit the bit is called The Babbling Brook.
Oh, that's a good one. That's when you just had the Brooks sound effect on the entire time. And it would just get insanely loud every now and again.
That's how you make a good show. You just drive people insane with.
Yeah. A lot of people don't take constructive criticism when they're starting their own podcast. And I'd say that if you want to make a successful one, it's important to make it so loud.
The next time we get invited, if we ever get invited to some kind of like podcast seminar or something, I need you
Yeah.
to say that to people when they're like, "What do you have
I
any advice?
absolutely will.
Do you have any advice for someone that's starting a podcast? Because it's like everybody's got a podcast now. Mike, what do you got about that?
I'm Mike Falzone, and this is Steve Zaragoza, and welcome to our masterclass. If you're starting your own podcast, it's important that if the interface you're using has dials, turn them all the way up and break them off.
Break your audio system, break your speakers.
And then, if you can, get a course at DeVry for electronics manipulation. And then crack them open and see if you could turn that dial even fucking further.
Work with scientists see if there's a sound louder. You could
louder than loud.
That's what everyone wants. All right, here's the babbling brook bit. I was trying so hard. I was trying so fucking hard. I stopped the podcast to get this thing working to do it again.
You stopped it?
I stopped it.
While I was reading?
No, after. Like between this song and the second it wasn't this song.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. So that's that. What's that, water? What's that, babbling? Babbling brook?
What else did you learn about
I feel
Ferdinand?
like I'm lost.
What else did you learn about Ferdinand, Mike? What else does it say about him?
There must be some dope fleurs in Spain. Because this motherfucker, he was given all the fame and the glory and the power of being a mad bull in the bullfights and fighting the bullfighter in the middle of the bullfights. And all he wanted to do, smell fleurs.
What do we think the moral of the story is?
Smell fleurs. If you like smelling fleurs. Don't feel pressured into getting up in them bullfight guts.
What happened at the end of the story,
He
Mike?
smelled fleurs. And they sent him out to the pasture. You know what he was doing? You know what he was doing there?
To this day?
Till this day. Ellen flowers.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
What do you think it means?
I do feel like we just maybe had this conversation. Did you know it was published in 1936? Yeah, we need that louder.
Was that the first time I was blasting the audio? That might have been the first time I did
Maybe.
that. Well, now you know about Ferdinand the Wolf. Ferdinand the Wolf.
Shit.
All right, Mike.
That's me telling you about a story that you already knew.
And then me asking you what it means over and over again.
I like that very much.
In an episode called Stacking Breaks, Mike.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that episode?
I remember doing it constantly.
Well, it's the first time
before the disease.
I think the Stack and Breaks bit is the first time you brought up Stack and Breaks. And it was the first time I'd heard the term Stack and Breaks. Do you think you coined
First
that?
time I did coin that.
That's great.
Yes.
Nice work, man.
Never caught on.
I think it still could. I see people use it on Twitter when they're talking to us.
That's true.
Give me some.
It is in our own little corner. It has.
Yeah. All right, well, here's the bit.
That's
Here's
enough.
Stack and Breaks.
You're making your Johnson.
Okay. That's enough.
You know how we do a lot of shows together? We
Dude,
ever do a show?
do you remember that?
No,
It was
that
like
caught
a
me completely by surprise.
It was like a commercial for a boat. It was like you and your Johnson.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kids and your Johnson.
Yeah. Holy shit, I forgot all about that.
Your Johnson and your chromosomes.
You caught a prize. You're making your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites. You, your friends, and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails. You, your kids, and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights. You, your girl, and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
Ah, fuck, that's so good. I forgot how funny that is. All right, anyway, here we go.
And then what when we get off stage, you're like, I'm so much better than Mike.
That is vile.
Have you ever
that
said that
Elliot?
one time?
I think it is Elliot. yeah.
Tucson Comedy Festival. You get off stage after doing real good, and you're like, yes, at least I'm better than Mike.
You know,
Did you hear my mantra?
I don't think he has ever thought that after a show,
Before, though?
but he might have thought it before.
After the show, never. But his ego bounces.
It goes
Right back.
It's never the same.
I don't think I've legitimately ever thought that.
I don't think you
Yeah,
have
you
either.
have.
I just thought.
Not in a I think you're better either.
But you've surely heard a joke and gone,
What about all those times when,
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's
yeah.
a real late show in West Hollywood, and you're like, God, he's killing it up there. And, like, I hear you say it, and you don't know that I hear you say it, but I come outside, and you're, like, talking to some of the other comics, and you're like, I think he's so fucking stacking breaks. Remember your words? You were like, he's stacking breaks. What does that? What did that
what
mean?
is stacking break?
It's just when you get
This
like
is-
applause break
this is
after
slander.
applause break after applause break. It's like you stack them up after a while. It's like hang gliding.
But like, there's no way to like actually do that. It just happens.
Can I tell you what that story is? Do you know? Have you talked about that? Mike, after we'd been doing open mics for a while and we started doing shows, he started using the phrase stack and break.
Stacking
Wait,
breaks.
Elliot sounds the most depressed I've ever heard in his life.
Well, wasn't he at that time?
I guess he might have been. Yeah.
That might have been at a not happy Elliot time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I guess that's true.
Does he sound different now?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
nice. That's good.
All right, back to the bit.
And I let him do it for like 6 weeks. And then
didn't
one
say
day I was
anything.
like, why do you say that? And he goes, I stack and breaks. And I was like, that's not a thing. And ever since then, I've hated it. And now he's trying to attribute it to me, which is not
Why are you
how
doing
it
that,
went
Mike?
down.
Well, I'm twofold. I'm saying it on a podcast so it becomes a thing now. So
You're
now
trying to
people are
make it
gonna-
into a thing.
Yeah, hashtag stacking breaks. Like we do it. You tell the other comedians that I do it.
So like,
And
okay,
everybody
but
in the
like,
community talks about it.
but it's like a brag thing. Like I was stacking breaks.
Yeah,
last
usually
night.
you don't say it about, like, I would never say it about myself, but when Elliot says it about me to the other comedians and I hear him, I get to tell the story on the podcast.
See, again, this is a fabrication. He talks about
Oh,
stack and
that's the
break
point
all
of
the time.
contention there.
Yeah.
He thinks that you said to someone that he was stacking breaks.
There's a reversal of the yeah.
I can call
when-
any number of comedians right now on my phone and say, does Elliot come up to you when I'm on the stage and talk about the breaks that he's stacking? And every one of them would agree with me.
Really?
I've heard him say it. This guy, look at him up there. He's stacking breaks. Here he comes. It's gonna come off this way.
I don't believe it's ever happened.
There was one time,
But it is a
collab-
way to like brag about it. That's what it is. It's like you're bragging about how well you did. I was stacking breaks. man.
Stacking, yeah. And right now, admittedly so, I'm the only person that says it.
It's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Nice work, Mike.
Yeah, that's good. Good bit.
It's a great bit.
I gotta bring that back.
Yeah, dude, I love it. I think
was
it's
fun
great.
times.
I think it's a great term, and I think everyone should use it.
I
Mike,
think we almost drilled it into the ground that day.
we did. Did you know that I'm wearing one of those blankets that someone in a wheelchair wears on their legs?
You do look like FDR right now.
Take
Your fireside chat.
I want to see the squirrels.
You didn't have to do the face with it.
I'm not doing a face.
The face makes it insensitive.
All right, that's enough of the bits and shit. Let's do an ad because we have an ad, and
Okay.
then after that, Mike, if you'd like to talk
Do
about
some
anything in
tweets and
particular,
conclusions.
we could just jump right into the Ask Dynamic Banter portion of the
Let's do
program.
Let's do that. We'll put be nice or not be nice on hold for a week. I don't think anyone.
Or maybe we could do some on the if there's some tweets or something, or maybe we could do a couple
Maybe.
history roads or something.
Hey, let's figure it out as we do it. That's
Why
the most
not?
professional way to do it.
That's the best way to do it. All right, let's
That's the
pull.
way we've always done it.
Let me
Every
pull up.
word predetermined.
It's a script. All right, let me play
Ooh,
some
bless you.
music here for the. Thank you. Let me play some music for the
You
ad.
got your sunrise You caught a prize. You're making your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites. You, your friends, and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails. You, your kids, and your Johnson. Saturday nights.
Me, your kids, and my
distant
Johnson.
You, your girl, and your Johnson.
I mean, they were
Somebody had
writing.
to know what they were doing.
They had to know.
Yeah.
They-
Somebody got one over on an old man.
Yeah, I love it. Make a song out of the name.
Dude, you know what that is? That's a marketing agency that didn't get paid for shit for like a long time. They're
Right.
like, how do we fuck this company over?
All right, guys. Stamps.com. We're talking about Stamps.com currently, and let me tell you why
If
we're
there's
talking about it.
One place you don't want to be right now, it's the post office.
That's true. You don't want to be anywhere right now.
You don't want to be in any office.
So Stamps.com is here for all of your delivery and post office needs. And for all of our sakes, everybody, we need to avoid crowds any way we can right now. But what if you need to go to the post office? What if you need to go to the post office? What if you need postage to send out letters and packages? Don't worry, Stamps.com is here to help. How? Well, anything you can do at the post office, you can do at Stamps.com. Print postage on demand and skip those lines and crowds at the post office. Plus, you can actually save some money with discounts that you can't even get at the post office. How about that? Stamps.com brings all the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer in the safety and comfort of your own home, office, or anywhere else you're hunkering down right now, whether you're a small business sending invoices, an online seller shipping out products, or you're just working from home and need to mail stuff. Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. You simply use your
Invoices
computer.
or out voices. We've got you covered for both.
All of them, inside, outside USA. Guys, all you got to do is use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, you just leave it for your mail carrier, schedule a free package pickup, or drop it in a mailbox. No human contact required. It's that simple.
Stenographer hands.
And like I said with Stamps.com, you get great discounts too. 5 cents off every first class stamp and up to 40% off USPS shipping rates. And now, guys, in addition to offering discounted US Postal Service rates, Stamps.com also offers UPS services. Woo! With discounts rates up to 62%. Plus, with Stamps.com, you won't even have to pay UPS residential surcharges. Guys, it's a no-brainer, especially now, saving you time and money and keeping you safe in these crazy times. So right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale with any long-term commitment. You just go to Stamps.com, you click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in banter. That's Stamps.com, enter banter. Hey, stay safe.
You're going to like the way you're not a post office.
You're going to love the way you're not at the post office. All right. Well, Mike, it being the 200th episode of the show, I guess it's time to do a thing we've never done before on the show, which is read your guys' Ask Dynamic Banter questions from Twitter
I would love that.
using the hashtag Ask Dynamic Banter.
Yes. But first, let's go over all my stand-up dates. Timeless bit.
All right. Mike, you want to tag team this, or you want me to just grab the tweets?
You grab them because I don't have them pulled up, and I'm worried that if I touch anything, it will all crumble down.
It's very possible it could, so leave it to me, Ver. Guys, we sent out a tweet that asked y'all for questions using the hashtag #AskDynamicBanter, and I think from here on out we'll probably... Excuse me. I think from here on out we might still use the that hashtag to get questions from you guys randomly. We'll see how that goes, but we'll see if we remember that at all. But yeah, still use the Ask Dynamic Banter hashtag, and from time to time we'll check Twitter and maybe there'll be some fun stuff to talk about. But anyway, let's just jump right in. Carter O on the Twitter says, after everyone is free from their Lee quarantine prisons, what's one new and one very misled thing you're each going to do to embrace the hell out of life? Love both you BBs very, very a lot. Appropriately distanced love and kissers from Texas. Carter. So
thank you for your question, Carter.
So like as soon as we're out of this quarantine, he's essentially asking, what's the first thing you're going to do?
The first person that reaches out a hand for a handshake, I want to put their fingers in my mouth. I'm going to shake their hand with my mouth.
I'm going to tongue kiss everyone at the Whole Foods.
And then if anyone is standing around watching it, I'm going to their hands and I'm going to rub them in my eyes.
I'm just going to start licking people's eyeballs.
Yeah. We can't shake hands anymore, so now we'll lick each other's eyes.
I mean, I gotta go back to Disneyland, man. I hadn't been back since December, which isn't like a big deal for a lot of people, but I need to go back.
I've been to Disneyland more recently than you've been to Disneyland.
You went on the new ride that I was not able to ride.
Yeah.
And now I don't know when I'm going to be able to ride it.
It did run through my head when everybody was getting sick, when this stuff was starting to rear its head, how many buttons I pressed with my hands inside the Star Wars ride.
Yeah. You pushed a lot of buttons in there.
I pushed almost all of them, a lot.
You've got to push them. It's the only way it works.
It's the only way to get it.
All right, this next one comes from Jesse Stillwell, Owl by Night. We were just talking about him.
Heard of him.
And he says, what would your dream cardboard cutout be? And I feel like this is a trap.
I don't like that.
I think it's a trap.
I don't like it at all, but I do feel compelled to answer.
Yeah, maybe like a toilet or...
Toilet's funny. Who would you want to always be at your place?
Oh, like Danny DeVito.
Sam Bash.
I want Danny DeVito peeking from behind my TV.
Like he's like this.
Like he's watching me watch TV. Sam Basher's a really good one.
To just always be there.
You know, if he sends you a Sam Basher cutout, you have to put that somewhere that is visible.
No, I don't. I promise. Jesse knows me well enough to... No, I don't. I will put it somewhere, and you'll see Sam Basher's goddamn feet sticking out of the garbage. Kick a leg, Sam Basher. Kick a legs. The high school jock stuffing Sam Basher head
into the toilet.
Yeah, into the cardboard toilet.
Quarantined Christian says, can we get a follow-up on the crazy lady who lived in Steve's apartments?
Dude, that's a great question.
Yeah. Well, she's still here.
Moved in with Steve.
And the other day, Yeah, she lives in our. No, not you, Alana. Alana's like me.
No, does Alana know that lady?
Alana does know about the about that lady that yells at people. Yeah,
The one by the trash or the other one?
The-
trash chute.
the one by the trash chute. Yes.
That's where she hangs out.
It sounds so bad. That lady, the one by the trash. That trash.
Oh,
woman.
it's a setting. It's just a set, like when an improv team is in place.
Do the one with the lady by the trash. We need
I need a word.
Yeah, we need a person and we need a location. A lady and it lives near the trash. Yeah, she's still here. And the other day I was like, I had just woken up. It was like 9 a.m. or something, and there was like screaming out in the like, I could hear it through my entryway. I'm getting stuffed up for some reason. Hopefully I don't got the COVID-19.
You get a little choked up thinking about the lady.
Yeah, I'm getting choked up. And so I heard this screaming coming from the hallway, and so I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I go over to the door, and I listen, and I hear someone that's like, I just want to bring you food. I just want to bring you food. And then I could hear the crazy lady go, 6 feet! You're supposed to be 6 feet! And freaking out. And I was like, oh, fuck. She's
not having a good time.
probably not okay right now.
No.
And what it looked like it was someone maybe who knew her, or maybe it was a good neighbor or something, but they were checking on her and seeing if she wanted food, and she was just like freaking out about people being.
You gotta tell her about that curbside drop off.
Dude, I really hope she's okay over there, and I'm truly kind of terrified to go over there, but it seems like someone's checking up on her, but yeah,
Was unsuccessful.
She's still here, and she's still causing a ruckus.
Well, that's the update.
Hope you're happy.
Sorry.
Morgan Turner Overdrive wants to know, in general, when it comes to annoying people, who's more likely to be nice and who's more like to be not nice? And also, would love to hang with you boys when this whole shebang is over. Oh, it's Morgan. It's Morgan. It's Morgan from Jumanji.
Oh, what's up, Morgan?
Yeah.
I still don't fully understand the question. Like, who's more likely to...
When it comes to annoying people, like when people are annoying, like when there's someone who you find annoying.
My brain said that question backwards.
Oh, Alana has something to say. What's up, Alana?
Will you read it one more time? I think I can say.
Oh, I'll read it one more time. Yeah. In general, when it comes to annoying people, who's more likely to be nice and who's more likely to be not nice?
When it comes to annoying... That's what I thought too, Alama.
Maybe that is what she's saying.
No, she's saying when it comes to annoying... Which one of us is more likely to have a tolerance for annoying people?
Oh, okay. A tolerance for annoying people.
You know what's really interesting about that? This is my God's honest answer.
Okay.
I think that you in real life probably have more patience with annoying people. I think that you are the one who's more likely to annoy people, like to be annoying. So that's the answer. That's both. Any way you read both of my answers.
Okay,
and
yeah.
It's based on very specific things. I think you have more patience with people, especially based on the day. If you're having a better day or whatever. If I'm not having a good day, I have no patience with annoying people.
Yeah.
And I'm more likely to not be nice.
Yeah.
But I think if we're gonna rewind back to you and what's her name? Anna Lori.
Oh yeah. My friend Anna.
Flipping out and touching everything in a Whole Foods. I think that's more likely to annoy
Oh,
people.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
Yeah, Torty Cloud, where we were like grabbing the fruit and I was like taking bites out of all the fruit.
Imagine like just being imagine that happening.
Listen, I bought all that fruit.
Oh, that's nice.
I just pulled it off of the thing and took bites out of all of them and then put them back.
Like, perfect example, if I was in the store that day, I would not be nice.
Yeah, I get that. I guess I have like
You could do so.
I do tolerate annoyance of a kind, probably more than you do, but I share an annoyance level with a certain type of annoyance. Like there's like being funny and not hurting anybody and just having a moment, and then that's fun, and then you call it a day, and then you walk away. And then there's people that are like, they don't stop, and it's going too far, and it's not funny, and it's like, and those are the people that I would not be nice to.
Anyone who's too much.
Yeah, like a Logan Paul or like a Jake Paul, like both of those Paul guys. Like,
is that 4 people?
Yeah, that's 4 people.
Logan Paul, Jake and Paul.
Jake and
Beatles?
Paul. Jake, Paul, Ringo, and Logan.
And that was Smash Mouth.
But if they were doing some stupid shit out in the world and it was like really upsetting people and it was like terrible, then that would be a super not be nice for me.
Right.
But you know, there's, like I said, annoyance it comes in different flavors essentially, and it's like a lot of people are annoyed by different things, and for me it's like I do get annoyed, but I don't get annoyed by the things that most people get annoyed by.
Yeah, so I think every day on average, your median annoying person would have more time together with Steve.
Right.
Tolerance-wise.
Correct.
This has been
Nicholas Hamilton from the It movie franchise.
Are we only doing famous people questions?
It's truly back to back. It's really funny.
Malcolm Barrett says.
Tiger Woods says, who's better in bed? No, Nicholas Hamilton. Nick Hamilton really did ask who's better in bed.
Out of me and you?
Yeah.
I would have no way of knowing, but it would be fascinating.
It would be fascinating to know.
Let's
feel
both
like
have sex on camera and look right at each other while we're doing.
Mike, I feel like you're a gentle lover.
I will say that it's whatever the situation calls for.
This guy says, can you check out this video I made for you guys? Okay.
I started this long ago.
It's the first episode of the podcast.
It looks like
history.
it's like, it looks like
History.
Yes.
History. History.
Steep sunlight.
History.
Might hate it. Take a drink and you just might spin. Steep sunlight. Might hate it. Take a drink and you just might spin.
Tell it doesn't.
Wow.
Tell it doesn't.
Whoa, there's footage of you on stage playing your guitar, Mike.
I'm just a little boy.
Dude, this video is like 2 minutes long, and it's like really good, and it's like really fun, but it's very visual.
Oh, then let's go back in time and not do that.
I'm glad we got to hear some of it because it's very clever and there's some funny lyrics in there. But
we'll go find it.
Yeah, we'll find it after and watch it on our own because it's actually really sweet. It's got a lot of footage of him like meeting us, and then it's got like footage of Dynamic Banter episodes and Cloverfields, and it's really cool. Nice work.
That's nice. I couldn't really hear it, but it sounded beautiful.
Oh, you couldn't really hear it. I'm sorry about that, Mike.
That's okay. It's not your fault, unless it is. In which case, I don't know how I feel about
that. Dev is saying we bungled it because this is our 201st episode because you didn't include the hidden ARG Christmas episode entitled 5 Golden Clovies. Cue the music, Owen.
That could be real, and I would have no way.
I 100% agree with you. I'm also as baffled by it. I think it's a bit.
I don't remember ever naming an episode 5 Golden Clovies.
A lot of people ask us what our favorite bits are.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Zach Perlman wants to know how big our peepees are.
Why are there so many sex-based questions?
And how come mostly our friends are the ones that asked them?
I think your friends, when you think about friends that you've known for a long time, I think you're curious about how you have sex. You ever think about how your friends have sex?
No, never.
Dude, one time, I'll tell you this right now. One time I went to Canada, and I'm not going to say who said it, but somebody was like, Steve is very, like, there's something. Steve. And I probably made this face.
Wait, they said there's something very sexual about Steve?
Sexy about Steve.
Sexy. Wow.
Yeah. And I just sat there and I thought about it for minutes. And I was trying to picture you having sex in such vivid detail. And how it is and how it must be and the sounds that it would make and just the little, you know how you say little things under your breath that you would never, ever normally say?
Yeah.
I was trying to picture those and like beads of sweat dripping off your beard and stuff, and I really couldn't do it. But I have really tried to use a lot of my mental energy to picture you sex in a very graphic way.
Well, Mike,
ever since that one person said that one.
I'm flattered that you did that. I'm going to have a think on it when I'm having my nightly bath.
While I'm drawing bath.
I'll have to think about it while I'm drawing my bath. Fuck, that's funny. Yeah, no, I've never thought of any of my friends having sex. And I'm sorry that person prompted you to do so, Mike. Whatever,
That's
dude.
okay. I wasn't expecting it.
Everybody has sex. Hopefully.
Everyone does sack.
Tim Robinson wants to know if Ryan's fired yet.
No, Ryan needs the job.
Not today.
We all need jobs.
April Showers wants to know what the inspiration for the zany morning zoo radio show hosts and music.
Every morning radio.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just L.A., but I doubt that's true because I was in Hawaii and there was like the what were they called? The Island Boys or something, or like we're the Island Boys, and there's like wait, what? The radio station, yeah. Those guys in Hawaii? Oh, it's worldwide that people do that shit.
You know how there's a like a YouTuber cadence?
Yes.
It's the same thing with like morning radio.
Yes.
You ever watch Parks and Rec?
Oh yeah.
Nick Kroll's character?
Yes.
The douche?
Yeah, the douche.
Yeah.
And also, do you remember Reno 911? They had like a radio station on there too.
Chupacabra.
Yeah. That was Nick Kroll also, wasn't it?
He plays all the guys. Dude, this is a little inside. Whenever I do get like an audition, or something for something really cool. They called Nick Kroll got the job.
Wait, what?
Dude, I remember I did a tape audition. Crazy man, like art curator or something like that.
Okay.
And I went off, and it was the only like taped audition that I think I did a great job at. And at the time, I was like, this is fucking hilarious. And they sent it. And they were like, it was between you and Nick Kroll.
Oh my God.
And he got it right away.
Dude, holy shit.
And that's not the first time that's happened at all.
How does that make you feel?
I just imagine me in every thing that Nick Kroll has ever done. And you could at least like see it.
Right. There I could see that version of it, but it's not necessarily better.
He's the universe. He's me in a universe. And that's also this.
Yeah, if you were to somehow get rid of Nick Kroll, you might have a pretty interesting career.
Who knows? But that's not my purpose. I don't want to get rid of Nick Kroll.
No. No one should.
I like that to be known. I like that guy.
But yeah, the inspiration for that bit was totally just like every radio show where there's like annoying people doing that. Which is kind of like ours. Ours is just the different annoying version of it.
Yes. The one that we could swear in.
Justine wants to know, what toy or musical instrument do you miss the most from a previous DB era? And for Mike specifically, which one do you miss the least?
This is very predictable, but the one I miss the least is the Aztec. No, actually, that's the one I miss second least. The first one is that horn that people send us every once in a while. That may or may not be sacrilegious to say.
The fucking ram horn.
Yeah, I don't like that very much. And
the
one I miss the least is it's a tie between the Tibetan singing bowl.
Oh yeah.
Which I just learned the real purpose for that, by the way.
Isn't it meditation or something?
Yes, but you're supposed to put water in it. And
water?
when you put it down and put water, fill it with water and hit it and do the circular motion thing, the dance around. It comes like a little fountain.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing.
I've never done that, and my bowl's right over there.
The ding.
Yeah, I got the ding.
The ding thing. I
the
miss very
ding.
much.
Yeah.
The chimes.
I miss that thing a lot. We talked about it a little in the last episode, but I do miss that little ding because you always did a well-placed ding, Mike, and I always like a good well-placed ding.
It's a pleasant sound. It's like a text you're looking forward to getting.
Right. Let's see. Let's do a couple more, and then I guess we got to get out of here. But Kaylee wants to know, if I could name Mike and Zoya's firstborn child, what would I name them?
Interesting.
Well, if it's a boy, I think his name should be Chris Daniel.
Was that one?
Chris Daniel. And if it's a girl, Rebecca. Rybrecca. Oh yeah, that's right, Rybrecca.
We already we picked out a girl's name. Did we ever tell you this story?
No. What is it?
Cunt Falzone.
It's perfect. Tom wants to know if we'll ever make bumper stickers.
Who uses bumper stickers? Why, do you have an amp that looks too new?
Oily Jim wants to know what happened to Ross.
Happened to what?
To Ross.
Ross Dress for Less?
Yeah, that one.
It's shut down because of COVID-19.
What are 3 music albums you'd listen to while competing in a croissant eating contest?
That's a question that's random for the sake of being random.
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't respect that.
Have you guys considered
the White Album, Let It Be, and Abbey Road?
Oh yeah, dog. Hell yeah, boy player.
In that order.
Hell yeah, my boy player. Taco wants to know if we've ever considered doing a little mini tour, and if not, what would it take besides money and Corona to close eyes for you guys to do it? That's great.
Dude, did you hear that because of the president decided to close eyes on us in Canada?
The president decided to close eyes on science.
The president's getting a lot of good advice from that Dr. Fucci fella.
Right.
And he's deciding to listen to that advice and close eyes.
Turns out the cure to the coronavirus this whole time was just to close eyes. All right. Let's do like a couple more and then we'll get out of here. Two Thighs Tight Wagon wants to know, where is Owen and is he okay? Owen's fine. We've talked about it a little bit. Owen's fine. He's doing really great and we still talk all the time. And he
edited a recent video episode.
Yeah. And he also watches the Tuesday night movie watch downs I do with Anthony Carboni, which you should be on eventually, Mike.
Yeah, hit me up. Now
Would you
that
watch
this
a movie
thing
with
works.
us?
Yes.
I think we're going to watch The Craft with Whitney Moore on Tuesday. That's it, exactly.
Light as a feather, stiff as a feather. Light as a feather, stiff as a feather.
What the hell is Who's'em Scramped It?
Is that a sim? Did a sim ask a question?
There's two people that are asking Who's'em Scramped It. And then the next one says, out of the two of you, Who's'em Scramped It? Love the podcast.
I bet you cash money it's something sexual.
Who's'em of you guys scramped it, when, where, and why? There's 3 different people asking us when we scramped it.
Dude, do a Urban Dictionary look.
All right.
This is the day that we become too old.
Scramp in Urban Dictionary is the act, thought, or feeling of a word what is terribly versatile in function. Where were you? I was just scramping around. That shit is scrampy. You trying to scramp? You want to get high? Scramp. What the fuck? Weird. Weird as fuck.
You know, dude, when lockdown, set goals for yourself and to come up with little projects and get that feeling of accomplishing those goals that you set out for yourself. Every once in a while, you just gotta scramp it.
Exactly. Michael in real life says, this show obviously means a lot to your fans, but I'm curious, what does Dynamic Banter mean to you guys, and has that meaning changed throughout the years? Love you all and hope you're keeping safe.
That's a very nice question.
Yeah. I can quickly say that the show to me is more than anything a chance to hang out with my good friend Mike Falzone. And that's kind of what it is to me. It's a show that I get to hang out with Mike, and Mike and I have this unique, really fun and stupid and great dynamic. And our jokes to each other are always really funny and great, and I love them, and I'll always love them. And Mike is just such a weirdo in his own way, and I think we just work really well together like that. And that's what makes the show so great to me, because it's just us laughing and making each other laugh and just kind of seeing how we're doing. It's just kind of us checking in on each other a little bit, and it's really nice.
Yeah, especially now that we straight up don't get to see each other at all.
Right. But yeah,
I've said this multiple times on many different podcasts, but whenever I explain to somebody this show, I think the thing that like is the main selling factor is that it's just two best friends laughing as hard as they possibly can. And it's that whole thing of when I moved over here, It took me a couple of years to get adjusted. And then when me and you first started hanging out, I would laugh like with you specifically, like I laughed with like my best friend Aaron from back home. And I was so far away from any real friendships with deep roots like that it made me value what me and you have very much. And even when, like, what have we been doing this for, like 5 or 6 years now, whatever it's been. Even when it's been strained, it's like that is the thing that is like the whole, like the glue and the whole thing worth fixing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that it's so valuable. Like, even if we didn't have a podcast, we would be talking about the same shit and joking around exactly the same way. And then how it's changed is like, you know, I am lucky enough to tour around, and I know that you've done Canada and stuff like that, even overseas. People who straight up come up to me, to my face, and the first thing out of their mouth is like, don't ever stop Dynamic Banter. I can't even tell you like how important it's been to me at such and such a time. So it's like, it's already very important to me and to us. I don't mean to put words in your ass.
Please do.
From Czechoslovakia on the casting couch
with two underage chromosomes.
2 dumb underage chromosomes.
Brother and sister twin chromosomes.
I don't like that that's the running bit for this podcast one. But I do think the added, like, we're just being us, and then to see people get so much value out of that and to hear people depend on that is very awesome.
Yeah. It's there's nothing like it. I mean, it's truly I don't have this with anybody else, and we certainly don't have the type of interaction in different parts of the world with anything else. You know, it's just really like, there are people that are like, oh, SourceFed or whatever, but the Dynamic Banter fans are just really, they're a different breed, and they're really cool. They're really cool, and I love everybody equally. And I know a lot of those Dynamic Banter fans are also fans of all the other shit we've done too. But there's just something special about Dynamic Banter fans, because it is truly connecting with something special that Mike and I have. And there's a lot of people that are just kind of like, you know, maybe they don't connect with that. But everybody who does really connect with that in a strong way, that's a special thing we all have, because it's almost like we're all kind of laughing at the same shit together.
Yeah, it's like you're not supposed to be, it's definitely not for everyone, but I definitely don't think it's for everyone. And it's when we kind of have our completely down, and this is just like on nerve, exactly what we think is funny. We talk in a very specific way that's kind of rubbed off on, and we're just very like, there's no veils or guards up. This is just like stream of consciousness, whatever. So the people that do connect with it are like, it's the strongest bond you could have with somebody who listens to you talk, is being genuine and honest.
And I love that there's people that are like, I need to get my brother to listen to, or I'm trying to get my friends to listen to it, or like, you know, because it is kind of a community thing at that point where they're sharing it with their friends and stuff. And then they have like, I've seen a lot of screenshots of text threads where people are doing the like blank is my favorite blank thing, or they're like, you know, talking about Born Boys or whatever. And it's just great. It's just great. It's such a unique, fun thing. And the show that's totally how it's changed, is that there are people now that are like, holy shit, we love this thing, and we're all in tune with all your weird bits and antics and shit. And that the fact that that's grown so large and in an unexpected way is truly a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like on the business side of things, dude, from the time I was like 15 or 16, whenever I was in the Northeast, I learned what Johnny Cupcakes was. I'm like, that's the coolest possible business. I always wanted to have a t-shirt brand and to have people feel passionately about it. And that has kind of happened, which is also an amazing Lee dream come true.
Lee dream.
but it's like the thing that makes the t-shirts attractive. It's like this badge that you wear that connects. Like if you see someone with it, it's like instantly recognizable, and you could look from across a stadium and be like, me and that person have the same or a very similar sense of humor.
Right.
And that's a cool thing. That's a cool like feeling for a t-shirt to evoke.
Yeah, it's like you could tip the old hat to someone in the crowd who's got the little DB horn or something. Yeah. It is
It's
cool.
like wearing a Tommy Bahama t-shirt in Santa Barbara.
Milady. All right. Well, listen, we certainly didn't get to all of your questions, but we're going to keep this bit going, or this section of the show going, where we'll pull your guys' questions from Twitter and stuff, and we'll do those randomly in between History Roads and stuff. But isn't it funny that we've gone for almost an hour and 30 minutes and we didn't even do History Roads or anything like that? But fuck History Road.
Well, technically, the first part of the show.
Ah, that's true. We got to do our History Road, which should stand on its own.
This is a history road.
This has been.
This too has been.
Maybe the final. I mean, that's a dark thing to say, but the final episode of Dynamic Banter someday should be called "This Has Been."
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully that's not for a very, very, very long time. But one of us is gonna die, you guys, and what are we gonna do? So anyway,
what do you think is gonna happen first? One of us gets beyond the other person, like friend levels out of the other person. One of us dies.
Yeah, what's it gonna be? You take the bet. Whoever wins gets a free hoodie. So guys, we want to thank you so much. 200 episodes is insane, and I guess we've said everything we were going to say, but to kind of just leave you guys with a thing, we love you all. We appreciate you all. You're all great. Thank you for listening. Do us a favor and rate and review on iTunes if you can. That'd be a nice little 200th episode gift.
Tell 60 people about the podcast.
Yeah, tell 60 people about the podcast. Tell 20. Tell 5 people about the podcast. Whatever you do, share the love. This is definitely helping Mike and I in these trying times to stay sane and stay connected, and we really appreciate you guys listening to that and loving that. So anyway, Mike, you want to say something?
Nope, that's it.
Great. All right, everybody. Well, you're all great. Thank you so much, and we'll check you out next time on Dynamic.
Check you, and if you don't, then be here another different time.
That was a HeadGum podcast.
Speaks of the night and of the day. Sueaharum octob sin mas ibet baya. Imatipin sumpike sitsue yatue.